Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk to you about a silent battle, one that rages within us every day. It's not fought on a field or in an arena, but in the space between our ears. It's the battle against negativity. Negativity is like a toxin. It seeps into your thoughts, clouds your vision, and shackles your potential. But here's the truth: just as our bodies can detox from harmful substances, our minds can detox from negativity. Let me tell you a story. There was a young man who dreamed of climbing a mountain, not just any mountain, but the highest peak in his region. Every time he told someone about his dream, they laughed. "You're not strong enough," they said. "You'll never make it." Those words echoed in his mind until they became his own thoughts. One day, a mentor told him, "You'll never reach that peak until you first climb the mountain in your mind." The young man didn't understand at first, but the mentor explained, "Your biggest enemy isn't the mountain, it's the weight of your self-doubt and negativity." The young man began his mental climb. He started small, writing down his fears and challenging each one. He surrounded himself with people who believed in him and distanced himself from voices that pulled him down. Step by step, his mind grew stronger. Eventually, he stood at the summit of that mountain, not because he silenced the naysayers, but because he silenced the negativity within himself. Every one of us carries a mountain we're trying to climb. And while the external challenges are real, the heaviest burden is often our internal dialogue. To detox your mind, start by recognizing the patterns. Catch those moments when you say, "I can't," or "it's too hard." Challenge those thoughts. Ask yourself, is this fact or is this faking? Shift your perspective. Think of adversity as a teacher, not a tormentor. When life knocks you down, don't just see the fall, see the lesson. Every setback is a setup for a comeback. Awareness is the cornerstone of any significant transformation, particularly when it comes to detoxing your mind from negativity. Often people find themselves weighed down by doubt, fear, or persistent negative thoughts without fully understanding why these feelings exist or how they take root. The first step in breaking free from this cycle is developing a sense of awareness, recognizing the patterns, triggers, and influences that shape your mindset. Negativity is rarely a loud and obvious intruder. It's more like a subtle whisper, creeping in unnoticed through our habits, interactions, and self-talk. It thrives in autopilot mode, where we go through the motions of life without questioning the validity of our thoughts or feelings. Consider this: how often do you pause to reflect on the origins of a self-critical thought? How often do you challenge the assumption that failure defines you or that a single setback means you're incapable? For many, the answer is rarely, if ever. Awareness begins with observation. Imagine your mind as a vast, untamed garden. Over time, seeds are planted, some positive, others negative. Without attention, the weeds of negativity can grow unchecked, overshadowing the flowers of optimism and potential. To tend to this garden, you must first see it clearly. This means taking a step back and becoming an observer of your own thoughts. It's about noticing, without judgment, what runs through your mind in moments of doubt or stress. Are there recurring themes? Are there specific situations or people that amplify these feelings? Awareness isn't about berating yourself for having negative thoughts. It's about understanding where they come from and why they persist. One way to cultivate this awareness is through mindfulness. Simple practices like journaling or moments of quiet reflection can help you identify patterns in your thinking. For example, you might discover that you're particularly self-critical after spending time on social media or after a challenging day at work. This isn't a sign of weakness, it's a clue, a breadcrumb leading you to the source of your negativity. With awareness, you begin to see that these thoughts are not facts, but rather interpretations shaped by external influences or past experiences. Awareness also helps you understand the power of your internal dialogue. The way you speak to yourself matters more than most people realize. A single negative thought, if left unchecked, can spiral into a narrative that defines your self-perception. For instance, failing at a task might trigger the thought, "I'm not good enough," left unexamined. This thought can grow into a belief, limiting your confidence and your willingness to try again. But when you're aware, you can interrupt this cycle. You can challenge the thought, "Is it true that I'm not good enough? Or is this just a temporary setback?" Awareness empowers you to replace self-defeating narratives with ones that are constructive and encouraging. Another important aspect of awareness is recognizing the external sources of negativity. This includes the people, environments, and media you consume. If you're constantly surrounded by criticism, pessimism, or fear-based messaging, it's no surprise that your mindset absorbs some of that energy. Awareness allows you to make conscious choices about who and what you let into your mental space. It helps you set boundaries, ensuring that your environment supports rather than sabotages your well-being. Awareness is not a one-time revelation, it's a lifelong practice. It requires patience and consistency, but the rewards are profound. When you're aware, you gain the power to respond to negativity rather than react to it. You learn to see challenges as opportunities for growth and to differentiate between fleeting emotions and enduring truths. Most importantly, awareness lays the foundation for every other step in the journey to detox your mind. It's the moment when you take control of your narrative, when you stop being a passive participant in your thoughts and become an active creator of your mental landscape. The power of perspective is transformative. It's not what happens to us that defines our lives, but how we interpret and respond to it. Life will inevitably bring challenges, setbacks, and moments of doubt, but perspective is the tool that allows us to navigate these difficulties with resilience and purpose. It's a lens through which we view the world, and changing that lens can change everything. Imagine two people facing the same storm. One sees only the destruction of fallen trees, the damage to their plans, and the inconvenience of rebuilding. The other sees the storm as an opportunity, a chance to clear away old debris, plant stronger roots, and create something better than before. The storm is the same, but their experiences are vastly different because of their perspective. Perspective begins with choice. It's the conscious decision to see beyond immediate discomfort or pain and focus on the potential for growth and learning. When adversity strikes, it's easy to fall into the trap of victimhood, asking questions like, "Why me?" Or "Why is life so unfair?" These thoughts, while natural, only serve to reinforce negativity. A shift in perspective asks a different question: what can I learn from this, or how can I use this experience to become stronger? This subtle change rewires your thinking, turning obstacles into stepping stones. Consider the story of someone who loses their job unexpectedly. Initially, the loss feels devastating, triggering fear and uncertainty. But with time and perspective, they might come to see it as a turning point, a chance to pursue a passion, learn new skills, or find a more fulfilling path. The job loss didn't change, but their interpretation of its meaning did. This reinterpretation opens doors that negativity would have kept closed. Perspective also teaches us the importance of context. Many of the challenges we face seem insurmountable in the moment, but when viewed from a distance, they become manageable. Think of climbing a mountain. At the base, the peak might seem impossibly far. But as you ascend, every step reveals a new vantage point, and what once felt overwhelming begins to feel achievable. Similarly, life's challenges often appear less daunting when we take a step back and view them within the larger context of our journey. Another powerful aspect of perspective is the ability to reframe failure. In our society, failure is often seen as something to avoid, a sign of weakness or inadequacy. But with the right perspective, failure becomes a teacher and necessary part of growth. History is filled with examples of people who failed spectacularly before achieving greatness. Thomas Edison famously said, "I have not failed, I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." His perspective transformed repeated setbacks into a path toward innovation. Perspective also allows us to find gratitude even in difficult times. Gratitude doesn't erase pain or hardship, but it provides a counterbalance, reminding us of the good that still exists. When faced with challenges, take a moment to identify even one small thing you can appreciate: a kind gesture, a lesson learned, or simply the strength to keep going. This practice shifts focus from what's lacking to what's present, creating space for hope and resilience. Surrounding yourself with diverse viewpoints can further enhance perspective. Engaging with people who have different experiences, backgrounds, and insights broadens your understanding and helps you see challenges from new angles. What feels like a dead end to you might be seen as an opportunity by someone else. By opening yourself to these perspectives, you gain the ability to approach problems with creativity and optimism. Perspective is a choice, a skill, and a habit. It's not about denying the existence of hardship or pretending everything is perfect. It's about acknowledging reality while choosing to focus on possibilities rather than limitations. With the right perspective, even the darkest moments can become sources of light, guiding you toward a brighter and more empowered future. Surrounding yourself with positivity is essential for maintaining a healthy mindset and fostering personal growth. The people, environments, and information we expose ourselves to significantly influence our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. When negativity dominates your surroundings, it's easy for it to seep into your mind, clouding your vision and undermining your confidence. However, by consciously curating a positive environment, you can build a mental space that supports resilience, optimism, and progress. One of the most impactful aspects of your environment is the company you keep. Relationships are like mirrors, reflecting back attitudes, beliefs, and energy. If you surround yourself with individuals who constantly criticize, complain, or focus on the negative, their mindset can begin to shape your own. Their doubts can become your doubts, their fears can feed your fears. On the other hand, being around people who encourage, uplift, and inspire you can have the opposite effect. Their optimism becomes contagious, their belief in possibility strengthens your own, and their support fuels your motivation. Consider the saying, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. This highlights the profound influence your social circle has on your mindset and aspirations. Take an honest inventory of the people in your life. Who motivates you to be better? Who drains your energy? This doesn't mean you need to cut ties with everyone who struggles with negativity, but it does mean prioritizing relationships that bring positivity and balance. Surrounding yourself with individuals who challenge you to grow, celebrate your victories, and remind you of your potential can transform your perspective on life. Positivity also extends to the information you consume. In today's digital world, we are constantly bombarded with messages from social media, news outlets, and entertainment platforms. Much of this content focuses on fear, conflict, and sensationalism, which can fuel anxiety and reinforce a negative worldview. While staying informed is important, it's equally crucial to be intentional about the type of content you allow into your mind. Seek out stories of hope, progress, and inspiration. Follow creators and influencers who share uplifting messages, valuable insights, and empowering narratives. Creating a positive environment isn't limited to people and media. It also includes your physical surroundings. The spaces you inhabit, your home, workspace, and community can profoundly affect your mood and productivity. A cluttered, chaotic environment can lead to stress and overwhelm, while an organized and aesthetically pleasing space can promote calm and focus. Simple changes like adding natural light, incorporating greenery, or displaying reminders of your goals and achievements can transform your environment into one that supports positivity. Another critical factor is your self-talk. No matter how positive your external environment may be, it can't outweigh a negative inner dialogue. Pay attention to the way you speak to yourself, especially in moments of failure or self-doubt. Are you quick to criticize or blame yourself? Or do you approach yourself with the same kindness and encouragement you would offer a friend? Replacing harsh self-judgments with affirming and constructive thoughts can help create an internal environment that fosters growth and resilience. It's important to recognize that surrounding yourself with positivity doesn't mean ignoring challenges or avoiding difficult emotions. Life will always include struggles, and it's essential to face them with honesty and courage. Positivity is not about being blindly optimistic, but about creating a foundation of support and hope that equips you to handle adversity with strength. It's about finding the balance between acknowledging reality and believing in the possibility of better outcomes. Surrounding yourself with positivity is an ongoing process. It requires mindfulness, intention, and consistent effort. Begin by taking small steps, seek out uplifting relationships, consume content that inspires, and create spaces that bring you peace. Over time, these changes will build a strong foundation for a healthier mindset and a more fulfilling life. By choosing positivity in your environment, you empower yourself to thrive, no matter the challenges you face. Focusing on growth over perfection is a mindset that can transform how you approach challenges, setbacks, and personal development. Perfectionism often traps people in an endless loop of self-criticism and fear of failure, holding them back from taking meaningful steps toward their goals. By shifting the focus to growth, you can embrace the journey of improvement, value progress over flawlessness, and unlock your potential in ways that perfectionism never could. Perfectionism is rooted in the desire to meet impossibly high standards and avoid mistakes at all costs. While it may seem like a noble pursuit, it often leads to paralysis. You might hesitate to start a project because you're afraid it won't be perfect, or you might abandon an opportunity after one mistake, convinced that failure defines you. Perfectionism thrives on a fear of being judged, and this fear can stifle creativity, innovation, and resilience. Growth, on the other hand, thrives on curiosity and courage. It's about asking, what can I learn from this experience, rather than, did I meet an unrealistic standard? Growth is not about being flawless, it's about being better today than you were yesterday. This perspective creates room for experimentation, learning, and adaptation. Imagine a child learning to walk. They stumble, fall, and get back up repeatedly. Each fall is not a failure, but a necessary step in the learning process. Adults, too, grow through trial and error, but perfectionism often clouds this understanding. Growth-oriented individuals view setbacks as stepping stones, not roadblocks. They understand that mastery is achieved through persistence, not instant success. Focusing on growth also encourages a mindset of self-compassion. Perfectionism tends to magnify flaws and mistakes, turning them into reasons for self-doubt. In contrast, a growth mindset sees mistakes as opportunities for improvement and treats them with understanding. For example, if you deliver a presentation that doesn't go as planned, perfectionism might lead you to dwell on every mistake, convincing yourself you're not cut out for public speaking. A growth-focused approach, however, would involve reflecting on what went well, identifying areas for improvement, and using that experience to prepare better next time. This shift from self-criticism to self-compassion not only enhances resilience, but also builds confidence. Another benefit of prioritizing growth over perfection is that it fosters a love of learning. When you view life as a series of opportunities to grow, you become more open to trying new things and stepping outside your comfort zone. You're less likely to see challenges as threats and more likely to see them as adventures. For example, someone focused on growth might take up a new hobby like painting, not to become the best artist overnight, but to explore their creativity, enjoy the process, and gradually improve. This openness to learning can lead to unexpected discoveries and breakthroughs, both personally and professionally. The pursuit of growth also encourages a long-term perspective. Perfectionism tends to focus on immediate outcomes, demanding success now or not at all. Growth, however, values persistence and understands that meaningful progress takes time. This mindset can help you stay motivated even when results aren't immediately visible. For instance, someone training for a marathon might celebrate small victories along the way, like running an extra mile or improving their pace, rather than expecting to master the entire distance on day one. These incremental achievements build momentum and lead to sustainable progress. Shifting your focus to growth requires a conscious effort, especially if you've been conditioned to equate success with perfection. Start by setting realistic goals that prioritize learning and improvement rather than flawless execution. Celebrate progress, no matter how small, and remind yourself that every step forward is valuable. Surround yourself with people who encourage growth and recognize effort, rather than those who demand perfection. Lastly, practice patience with yourself, understanding that growth is a journey, not a destination. By focusing on growth over perfection, you free yourself from the burdens of unrealistic expectations and allow room for creativity, resilience, and fulfillment. This mindset not only enhances your ability to navigate challenges, but also empowers you to lead a more authentic and meaningful life. Growth isn't about avoiding mistakes, it's about embracing them as part of the process of becoming the best version of yourself. Gratitude is one of the most powerful tools for detoxing your mind from negativity. It acts as a counterbalance to the stress, frustration, and doubt that often weigh us down. When practiced intentionally, gratitude helps shift your focus from what's lacking or wrong in your life to what's abundant and right. This mental shift doesn't just make you feel better, it rewires your brain to see the world in a more positive light, transforming your overall outlook on life. Negativity often stems from focusing on problems, setbacks, or the things we don't have. This focus creates a cycle where the mind becomes attuned to noticing more of the same. It's like looking through a filter that highlights only the difficulties, magnifying their importance while obscuring the good. Gratitude breaks this cycle by helping you recognize the blessings and opportunities in your life, even amidst challenges. Practicing gratitude doesn't mean ignoring difficulties or pretending everything is perfect. Instead, it's about acknowledging the full picture of your experience, both the struggles and the positives. For example, after a tough day at work, gratitude might help you appreciate the supportive colleague who lightened your load or the opportunity to learn something new from a mistake. These small moments of appreciation can help you maintain perspective and resilience, even during tough times. Gratitude also acts as a powerful antidote to comparison. In today's world, it's easy to fall into the trap of measuring your worth against others, whether it's their achievements, possessions, or lifestyles. This comparison often leads to feelings of inadequacy or envy, fueling negativity. Gratitude redirects your attention inward, reminding you of the unique aspects of your own journey. When you focus on what you have rather than what you lack, you cultivate contentment and reduce the urge to compare. The science of gratitude further reinforces its benefits. Studies have shown that practicing gratitude can increase happiness, improve relationships, and even enhance physical health. People who regularly express gratitude report lower levels of stress and depression and higher levels of satisfaction with life. This is because gratitude activates the brain's reward centers, releasing chemicals like dopamine and serotonin that promote feelings of well-being. Over time, consistently practicing gratitude can rewire your brain to naturally seek out and amplify positive experiences. Gratitude is also a tool for strengthening relationships. Expressing appreciation for the people in your life not only deepens your connections but also fosters a positive environment. Whether it's a heartfelt thank you to a friend or a simple acknowledgement of a loved one's efforts, these gestures can create a ripple effect of positivity. When people feel valued and appreciated, they're more likely to reciprocate those feelings, strengthening the bonds you share. Practicing gratitude is simple, yet its impact is profound. One effective method is keeping a gratitude journal. At the end of each day, write down 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be big in fact, the smaller everyday in fact. Smaller, everyday moments often have the most profound effect. It could be the warmth of your morning coffee, a kind word from a stranger, or the beauty of a sunset. Over time, this habit trains your mind to naturally seek out and focus on positive moments throughout your day. Another approach is practicing gratitude in real time. When you catch yourself dwelling on a negative thought, pause and consciously identify something you're grateful for in that moment. This practice not only interrupts the negativity but also reinforces the habit of gratitude in your daily life. For example, if you're stuck in traffic, instead of focusing on frustration, you might appreciate the opportunity to listen to your favorite music or podcast. Gratitude is a practice, not a one-time event. It requires consistency and intention, but the rewards are immeasurable. By focusing on the good in your life, you create a mental foundation of positivity that can withstand life's challenges. Gratitude doesn't eliminate difficulties, but it gives you the strength and perspective to face them with resilience and hope. Over time, this simple yet profound practice can transform your mindset, detox your mind from negativity, and help you lead a more joyful and fulfilling life. Taking action is the bridge between intention and transformation. No matter how much you reflect on your thoughts, shift your perspective, or surround yourself with positivity, true change requires tangible effort. Action is the catalyst that turns ideas into reality, propelling you toward your goals and helping you overcome negativity. It is the foundation of personal growth, resilience, and empowerment. Negativity often thrives in stagnation. When you're stuck in a cycle of overthinking or fear, it becomes easy to focus on doubts, setbacks, or obstacles. This paralysis reinforces a sense of helplessness, making it harder to believe that change is possible. Taking action, even in small ways, disrupts this cycle. It shifts your focus from what's wrong to what can be done, giving you a sense of control and purpose. Each step forward, no matter how small, creates momentum that helps you escape the grip of negativity. One of the most powerful aspects of taking action is that it builds confidence. Confidence doesn't come from wishing for it or waiting for the perfect moment. It comes from proving to yourself through action that you are capable. Imagine someone who dreams of running a marathon but feels overwhelmed by the distance. The thought of running 26.2 miles might seem impossible at first, but starting with a single mile and gradually increasing the distance demonstrates what's achievable. Each run becomes evidence of progress, replacing self-doubt with belief in their ability. Action also clarifies your path. Often the fear of making the wrong decision or not knowing exactly what to do can lead to inaction. But waiting for perfect certainty is a trap. The truth is that clarity often comes from doing. Taking the first step, even if it's imperfect, provides valuable feedback and insight. For example, if you're unsure about pursuing a new career, taking a course, volunteering, or talking to someone in the field can help you discover whether it's the right action. Turns uncertainty into learning, guiding you toward the next step with greater confidence. Another key benefit of taking action is that it shifts your mindset from reactive to proactive. Negativity often stems from feeling like life is happening to you, as if you're powerless against circumstances. Taking action flips this script, reminding you that you have the ability to influence your life. It's not about controlling every outcome, but about taking ownership of your choices and responses. This shift in perspective is empowering, helping you approach challenges with a sense of agency and resilience. Small actions can have a profound impact. While big goals can feel overwhelming, breaking them into manageable steps makes them more achievable. For instance, if you're striving to improve your mental well-being, starting with simple practices like journaling for 5 minutes a day, taking a short walk, or spending time on a hobby can create positive change. These actions may seem small, but they build habits that accumulate over time, leading to significant progress. Small wins also provide a sense of accomplishment, reinforcing your motivation to keep going. Taking action doesn't mean eliminating fear or doubt, it means moving forward despite them. Fear is a natural response to uncertainty, but it doesn't have to dictate your choices. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's the decision to act in the face of it. Every time you take a step forward, you weaken the hold of fear and strengthen your confidence in your ability to navigate challenges. Accountability can also enhance your ability to take action. Sharing your goals with a trusted friend, mentor, or support group creates a sense of commitment and encourages follow-through. Surrounding yourself with people who encourage and challenge you can provide the motivation and guidance needed to stay on track. Taking action is about prioritizing progress over perfection. It's about understanding that every step, no matter how small, moves you closer to your goals. It's about embracing the fact that mistakes and setbacks are part of the journey, not reasons to stop. Action transforms potential into reality, negativity into opportunity, and dreams into achievements. By committing to action, you take control of your narrative, proving to yourself that you have the power to create the life you want. Your mind is the most powerful tool you possess. It can be your greatest ally or your toughest adversary, and the choice lies in how you nurture it. Detoxing your mind from negativity isn't about eliminating all challenges or pretending life is perfect. It's about reclaiming your power, transforming obstacles into opportunities, and focusing on what truly matters. When you shift your perspective, surround yourself with positivity, and focus on growth over perfection, you create a foundation for resilience and success. Gratitude opens your heart to the abundance in your life, reminding you of the strength and support you already have. Most importantly, action propels you forward, turning thoughts into realities and dreams into achievements. This isn't just a theory, it's a call to action. The path to a clear, empowered mind begins with a single step. Maybe it's letting go of a negative thought, reaching out to a supportive friend, or taking a small but significant action towards your goals. Whatever it is, start today. Start now. The seeds of change you plant today will grow into the life you've always envisioned. You have the strength within you to rise above negativity, to thrive in the face of adversity, and to create a life that reflects your highest potential. Believe in that strength, protect it, nurture it. And as you do, you'll discover that nothing, not fear, doubt, or negativity can stand in the way of the person you are meant to become. So go out there and take charge of your mind, detox it, uplift it, and let it shine with positivity, purpose, and power. The world is waiting for your greatness. Thank you.